Hi guys, I'm using a brand new camera. My wife's actually bought it me. It's a Samsung WB600 and it's actually more so a digital camera, but it records in 720p. And the results are not too bad considering that's not really what it's for. There's a few reasons I bought this. We're going away in a few months' time and day trips, and my old camera's pretty much packed up, so she's treating me to this, and it takes some pretty spiffy photos. So I thought I might as well try and make use of the feature of the camcorder as well while I can. I've picked up a headset as well. The reason I wanted to do that, I know some of the awesome people in the community go on Vent and that sort of thing, and people like Marnius and Temple Crusade, they use they chat on there as well, I believe. I could be wrong, but anyway, it'd be nice to get in contact with some of these people via that when I get round to it. So I've got a headset for that, and also I'm going to be using it when I plan on possibly doing tutorials. If I was thinking of letting the camera run while I paint, and then edit over that, get rid of all the mumbling and all the bumbling, and edit through and go over some of the things that I was doing in the video, post video really, with a microphone. So anyway, let's go flat for a moment and let's go into this squad. It's a 10-man assault squad, and I literally painted every single bit of this squad in bits, even the shoulder pads. I mounted them all and sprayed them separately, and I've kind of new technique, a new technique to my knowledge, and what I call it ghetto pre-shading. And what ghetto pre-shading is you know how you may have seen videos where people pre-shade and they put down the primer colour, then they say it's a white, and then in all the shadow areas they'll spray a grey or a black, and then they'll go over that with a base colour, and then they'll highlight afterwards. These models are literally are just primed and then painted red with a wash of just a pin wash basically. And how that pin wash works is obviously it shades, but the ghetto pre-shading, this is how it works. If I can get this model into shot, I don't know whether this camera is going to pick it up, but basically I prime the model grey with a polyurethane primer in the Vallejo range, which just goes straight through the airbrush. You can get it in different sizes, but I made sure that I left some of the grey plastic showing. Now, unlike some of the techniques that you've seen people do with the rattle can primers, where you can see tiny little white dots speckled all over the grey plastic, which is not really what you want to, well, what I want to do anyway, because when you actually start painting over that, it leaves undesirable results. Is because you're actually doing it with the airbrush, I can control a nice thin coat of the primer and make sure that it only goes in areas that I wanted. So for example, the top of this shoulder pad here would have been primed, and the bottom area of the pad wouldn't have been primed. And so when I went over that with Scarlet Red in the Model Air range, it highlighted and shaded the red all in one go. So it's literally prime, one colour, and it's highlighted. It's not perfect, I'm not going to lie to you and say, well, this is, you know, the best thing since sliced bread, but to use your primer colour and your base colour to get different definitions in lightness. I don't know whether this camera's picking it up, unfortunately, but it's very cool. I don't think this camera's picking it up, unfortunately, because of all the artificial light, but it works out really well. I've pinched a few things that I've seen going around. Marnius painted his assault squad with the hazard strips there going down your chain swords there. I think that looks cool, and also the blue Iron Man-esque neon glow from the burners and the jump packs there. And I use cork. I highly recommend anyone to use cork. Not only is it so easy to use, you can paint cork and get really great effects from it very quick and very simply. Also, what I've done with this unit, if I can get this guy out of shot and get these two in there, is I didn't want to magnetise the whole squads, but I know that you've got obviously weapon options, and unfortunately I don't own any Blood Angel specific plastic kit at the moment, which I will get eventually. So I haven't got the Death Company or the Sanguinary Guard, and they come with all sorts of weapons like Infernus pistols and this, that and the other. So what I made sure I did is I magnetised the two guys, so if I squadded them, he's got a special helmet on and he could have all sorts of special weapons and whatnot in the 5-man squad, and so can this guy. So two of them are magnetised, and I've got extra weapons that I forgot to put on the table there. So that's it really. Took me quite a while to paint these, but considering how long I'd normally paint them individually, and normally it'd take me about 4 hours each. So 10 models times about 4 hours, that's 40 hours worth of work, including modelling and painting and such. But I reckon I got these down to about 2 hours a minute, maybe less, including making the bases, modelling them, drilling barrels, getting rid of mould lines. Another top tip I'd like to go over with these is, now I've not done this perfectly on every single one, because I tried to paint these fairly quick like I said, but mould line removal down the centre line of this exhaust stack here, whatever you want to call it, basically you'll get a huge mould line there. Well, it's not even a mould line, it's a join line where you glue them together, and it looks hideous. There is a way to get rid of that, and what you do, you use your plastic poly cement, your plastic glue if you like, and you overflow it, and when you close it together the glue will come seeping out. Now gently wipe it, don't smear your finger around, you wipe it in one direction away from the mini, and make sure your fingers are clean as well, because if you've got any sort of debris or build up as you're moving it, you're gonna literally embed that into the plastic and it's going to be a mess. So you want clean fingers, wipe it gently, and if there's a little bit of excess glue on there, don't worry about it, because you're going to clean that back up afterwards with your hobby knife, and then there you go, no real seam. And if that's too much of a labour for you, the easiest way to get rid of a mould line I found on this model, it's perfect. I don't know whether the camera's picking it up, but literally get your poly cement, blob it in each hole, and just let it cure, and that'll get rid of all the mould lines where you joined it from the centre part of the cone there, so you won't get all mould lines there, and that's easy. It's just a case of putting extra glue once you've cured them in the holes, and that'll get rid of the mould line for you without having to do any legwork at all. All the shoulder pad decals have been weathered. I scratched the decals up after they'd set to make sure they didn't look too white and too neat and pristine. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks I should have something up with a combination of maybe the headset and this new camera, and hopefully I'll be worthy of my approaching 1,000 subscribers now, which I have to obviously say huge thanks to everyone that's been subscribing to me. It really is amazing. I get some awesome messages on the comments field, and also personal messages. So it's really keeping me interested in the hobby. So like I say, having the new camera and headset, hopefully I'll be able to show my appreciation in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for more, guys, and thanks for watching. Right, this is just a very quick update of the Blood Angels army so far. It's slowly getting there. I also want to ask a favour, a cheeky little favour of my subscribers. I really like the white blood drops on the Blood Angels, but unfortunately those white drops, the only place I can get them from is from the vehicle sheet, and there's literally I think 2 or 3 white blood drops on the whole sheet, and the only time you get that sheet is if you buy a vehicle. So I've got no more white blood drops at all. So if anyone knows of a sheet with white blood drops on or anything like that, or anyone's got any old white blood drops that they're willing to send me, I could send some decals back in return that I don't use, or I don't know, we can work something out. But yeah, it'd be a great help to me as I'm building this force, because I did actually use a stencil for one, but unfortunately, because of the shape of these shoulder pads, it's so hard seeing through the actual shoulder pauldron there. I think I did it on this guy actually. I don't know whether it'll get him clear, I'm not sure. But anyway, I did it off to the side, and it was just a bit difficult because the surface is so spherical. Where was I? Oh yeah, coming across like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some more white blood drops? No. Anyway, the point I'm making is that yeah, I can't get hold of them, not easily, not to my knowledge. So if anyone knows of anything, let me know. I could freehand them. I know you're going to put comments below to that, but I don't know. I like the pristine and perfect look that you can get from putting the decals down. So anyway, ramble aside, if anyone can help or wants to help, drop me a PM or put a comment below, and I'm sure we can work something out. Right, that's that, and yeah. Oh yes, this is what I want next. Let's get this in shot if I can. Let's pull this back. Hey, dun dun dun. Storm Raven, I am so excited about this. It's you know, Christmas 1993, and my mum's just bought me some turtle figures. Or whenever it was, probably before 93, I don't know. But anyway, I'm super excited to paint that, I really am. And what I'm trying to plan on do that is let the camera roll in as I'm going about it, and I'm going to save up all the gigabytes of information and of that, and edit it and try and talk over it afterwards. And so hopefully in the next couple of weeks you'll have some information about the Storm Raven, how I went about it, some decent content for a change. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and catch you in the next one.